Good morning. This is Seeker the Scuffed coming at you live with Nier Automata. Now, I would just like to show off. Look at this beautiful little starting screen I've made. Isn't that nice? I told you I'd make one, and I did. It kind of gives more of an ending screen vibe, but I haven't made one of those, so that's what we're going to be using for now. And we'll be using it into the foreseeable future as well. I started going with a nighttime, but you can only see the lights sort of thing. So that's why there's headlights and traffic light in the back and whatnot, but nothing else. I really quite like it. And it's nice to see that my skill with digital art is coming along well. Am I muted? I hope not. Okay, I'm not. I'm good. So, Nier Automata. This is a game that I really like. And I know I can run it, because when I played it originally, I was on a much worse setup. So this is mostly a test of whether or not my internet can handle it. And before we start, we have some things to talk about, because this is going to throw me straight into a battle as soon as I start up the game. So, here's something to note. I know, fancy title screen up. It's a significant improvement. We still have this for the break screen, but I'll fix that some other day. But yeah, for this game, it's made by a man called Yoko Taro, and he has some peculiarities with his works, particularly whenever you beat one of his games, most of his games, it's not doesn't really feel finished usually. It feels happy and whatnot, but you don't have all the answers to the story. That's because if you reload the game, it starts up with a new perspective of some sort, and these are all the roots. These are called roots. And for Nier Automata, there's 5 of them. The last 2 are significantly shorter than the rest, but we will have to play through the game about 3 times. So it's going to be a bit of a long one. Now, we're not going to be doing all of the side content and whatnot, just the stuff that stands out particularly to me, the stuff I remember after all this time. And when we get to playthrough B, there's not actually a lot that changes in this game. It's one of the big drawbacks of it. So during that one, I'll just be lore dumping, because this game hides all of its information behind short stories and a real-life stage play and collectible items that take a lot to upgrade. So for playthrough 1, we're just going to be going through it pretty chill. Hopefully my internet can keep up. Actually, I can refresh this, see what the bitrate's looking like. It's doing tolerable. But if it doesn't do great, we'll just come back with it lowered another day. Yep. Oh, and also a note. Never, ever start this game out on hard mode, because the tutorial, which is about 20 to 30 minutes long, does not have any save points, and hard mode is very hard. I learned that one the hard way. So, let's head into it. We'll be playing in English, because I really love the English voice acting in this game.
That lives is
Oh,
designed to end.
I'll let her talk.
We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think
Oh, I accidentally paused it. Sorry.
about the God who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Alright, okay. I can talk over the rest of this. So this is our player character, 2B. And we're about to meet a bunch of other characters who, notably, we don't actually see much of. You see, we have, they all have a number and a letter. The letter that comes after the number is the type of android they are. And the vast majority of those android types we just saw, we will never ever see in-game in terms of gameplay-wise. I think we see 2 healers, and then all the other ones, none of them. No gunners, no defenders, just the B units in terms of the group that we just saw. Also, this game changes through gameplay styles a lot, which is what we're about to see. Not much to do here, though. Oh yeah, they don't even let you attack. But this is something the game really does really nicely,
Alert.
which is the seamless, not seamless, but good transitions between cutscene and gameplay.
Permission to engage. Permission granted.
So we're gonna start off with this. Why are they? Wait, did I hit level 66 just now?
7E down.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna start off with this top-down shooter Galaga style, and then it's gonna swap to a more. I don't know how to describe it actually. I suppose this is just a more advanced version of a top-down shooter where you can shoot in all directions. So it's very much a bullet hell at the beginning here. There's not too many sequences of this in the game, which is a shame because I really like them. Even if right now it's pretty easy. Ooh, it's lagging a little bit. I mean, that's why we were doing this right now. It's a stress test.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration. Permission granted.
Oh, and here's that 3D, not 3D, like omnidirectional shooting I was mentioning. This is one of the reasons why I play this game with a controller, because trying to do this with a mouse is absolute hell, at least in my opinion. Also, I'm trying really hard not to start going into the lore of all this stuff I see. Oh yeah, don't worry about feeling lost. This game is technically a sequel to Nier Replicant,
4B down.
but it happens about 14,000 years afterwards, I think. So, anything, like if you ever feel lost in this game, you are supposed to feel lost. If you're not supposed to feel lost, it's because I'm doing something
Awaiting further orders.
that I am most certainly actively explaining that is optional.
Rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain. Understood.
So right now all you need to know is that we're playing as an android, or at least I'm playing as an android. Oh, actually you can see my skirt flying around in there. And we're going to be attacking some machine robots that currently have no context as to why they exist, even if you have played a Replicant. So just treat it as music. Not music, as like a movie kind of. Oh, I forgot there's these side shooting sections. I think we're almost done here, then we can get after the actual main gameplay. They really deck you out with a lot of upgrades, it looks like. I don't think you usually have a beam on those heavy attacks. It has been a few years since I played this, though. Ah, here we are. And here it is, our protagonist, for now at least. It'll swap later when we get to play through B. But for now, we get to play as the always famous, always popular 2B. She doesn't really have a lore reason for why she dresses like this. This is just what the creator likes.
Yes.
Oh, and my beloved pod as well. What's the attack button? There it is. Oh, it's a dodge button. Same as earlier. Okay. So this game is mostly... Oh, yep, most people have seen her. She's actually in a lot of crossovers. Well, not her specifically, but at least her outfit is. A lot of people have also seen cosplays of her. Which notably... Oh, is there an auto lock on? Oh, no. People usually omit the skirt in the cosplays, which is fine. And it's the reason they do that is because in-game, we don't have access to it right now, but you can blow yourself up and it removes a lot of her clothing. Won't be doing that intentionally, though. I can't turn this auto lock on off right now. It's unfortunate. I might actually... I'm not going to die, because they give me a bunch of auto-healing in the tutorial. But I can certainly see how I died so many times in the tutorial when I played on hard mode. And here's the inexplicable giant excavator arm. She does have a really nice voice actor. She's one of the, but actually, notably, it's not her voice acting that
Our target?
made me decide to play in English. It's actually the next character we're going to meet, who I think did really, really good. Some of my favorite deliveries, just in general. Also, this is a bit of an exciting moment for Replicant players, because the song that's playing right now is a remake, not a remake, but a remix of a song from Replicant that was really, really, really good, called The Song of the Ancients. It's still great here, but it's turned down a bit too much because you don't get to change your audio settings until after you've beaten the tutorial. Which is done for lore reasons, actually, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Oh, I have a giant laser, I forgot about that. And we've just about finished up the big robot arm. There we go. And here we are, we're about to see my favorite man in this game. Not that there's many, actually. I suppose it'd be better to call him a favorite boy. 9S, my friend.
He's actually dead next time.
Oh, there's so much lore about him I want to talk about, but we'll keep that, like I said, for Playthrough B. Playthrough B is all about him, after all.
You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh. Well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
Alright, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Alright, and there he goes. He's going to be in our ear for a little while. And notably, during the second playthrough, you actually do this whole tutorial again from his perspective. And he's just flying around the whole time. I think it's actually considerably less interesting, that playthrough, like that part of the playthrough, because it's like 20 minutes of the flight sections. But it's a good tutorial for his unique combat style, which is the objective of it. Where'd that guy go? And there's all these little items that I'm going to end up running towards anyways, even though I don't need them. Oh, and this track right here is one of my favorite ones in the game, actually. I don't actually remember what it's called, though. But it plays a lot. Actually, you know, I'm probably going to say that every track in the game is my favorite, because I love all of them. It's just a bit of a shame that they're so hard to find. I mean, obviously they're uploaded to the internet everywhere. But it's hard to remember what the names of them are. You know, I don't actually know what other roles he has.
2B? Ma'am?
I don't think I've ever looked into
I
that,
was going to
actually.
send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
But I will say, he really, really pops off in the second half of this game. Because right now, as you can tell, they are very much all business. Both, well, at least 2B is. So, all of the focus is going to be on her for a while. Not that it's bad or anything. Just wanted to note that don't get your hopes up about 9S for a while. I think this is the way up. It could just be a chest. Oh man, that guy decided to run away.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
Anyway, also, I will say a little bit of lore about replicants. I just stopped talking just there. But replicant happens. I don't even know how long it happens, but it's a couple thousand years after modern day, and it details the story of a young boy trying to rescue his sister. And it kind of is really, really good. I said that weird. But one of the main draws of it is that those extra playthroughs I mentioned earlier put into perspective how a lot of the actions you take, which seem like generic good guy things that you'd see in any RPG, end up having horrible effects on the people around you. And it really recontextualizes everything. That's actually kind of one of Yoko Taro's things. It's kind of why he does the whole multi-playthroughs. A lot of background characters in cartoons and anime. Yeah, I figured that. I mean, if I can't name one of his main roles off the top of my head, I probably just haven't seen it. Or it's a case like that where he hasn't done a lot of main roles.
Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Also, I should say, we're not going to be going too long today. We're obviously going to be completing the tutorial.
Another thing. Stop calling me ma'am.
Yep, stop calling me ma'am.
It's unnecessary.
Alright then. 2B it is.
But we'll probably just go for a little bit after that. Until we get into the free play section at least. Because I'd really, really like to get through the big chunk, or big majority of playthrough A in one stream. I don't really have the time for that right now since... Oh, I just don't have the time for that now. I don't really have any reason for it. It's just how life is. Oh man, I'm getting my butt kicked by these little robots.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a
Anyways, one of the reasons I decided to do this one instead of Replicant, because Replicant is on my list of games I want to play on my About page, is because I actually, I think I've mentioned this before, but I watched the anime for Nier Automata, which came out rather recently. And it, yeah, I think I've had this entire conversation, but I'm going to do it again. It has a lot of moments where they just sort of take in the scenery, which really made me rethink a lot of the stuff in this game, because you have full control over 2B's movements, like direction and speed most of the time. So you can sort of just blaze past a lot of interesting stuff. And a lot of times it won't even catch your eye, because why would gore catch your eye whenever everything's made of metal? So I wanted to do this playthrough in order to show off some of those bits. Maybe make a drawing or two of it. I don't know if I can manually heal right now. I think it's only auto heal.
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Yep, that's right. 9S, no meaning at all. You know, I really shouldn't... Oh yeah, the perspective. I just sort of ignored it because I'm so used to it at this point, but they really love to just do whatever they feel like with the camera. I suppose that's kind of their way of making you focus on certain aspects of the environment, like with the lava just now. But I wish they did it in later sequences. There's one really early on. We're not going to get to it today. Where you're going through an alleyway, and you really, really should have the camera level or looking up. And you just have free access there, which is weird because they change your camera's perspective immediately afterwards. But yeah, changing the perspectives in the tutorial is definitely the way they get you used to it, which is a bit of an odd thing to get used to, actually, because they don't use it too much, at least not in the... Actually, no, they don't use it that much in the side quests or anything. It's mostly just whenever you're going through big interior set pieces like this, which there aren't many of, actually. At least not from what I remember. I don't actually remember this game too well in terms of gameplay. I mostly remember the story. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Oh, we got free cam back. We need to go this way. Light is green. And here is the room that forces you to stop relying on the gun if you've been just holding down that button the whole time. I have not, of course. I've completely forgotten that I should be doing that, because there's no detriment to it. Ah, and there's one of those cool combos you can do if you get a perfect dodge. I haven't really been trying to go for those because I know there's not much consequence in the tutorial. Oh, here's a force perspective area. Yep, and as you might have noticed, every time I get hurt and my spring goes great, it immediately goes back up. I am actually losing stuff whenever that happens, because I have a very limited supply of heals that will not come back if I die. So I really should be being more careful with those. Not that I think I'm going to die in the tutorial, but with how reckless I'm being, who knows? Maybe I should use the gun though, because the gun pops the bubbles. There we go. Room clear.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Oh, here's a fun bit. I remember this section. This is what everyone remembers from the tutorial.
Is that?
Oh,
You
birds.
mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
And you can see right over there, that's actually a play area that we'll go into later. Something I really, really like about this game is that all of the areas, not only are they interconnected, but you also use all of them multiple times throughout the story. So like this factory area, we will come back here. In fact, I can come back here of my own free will later. And over to that city area, it's used for like at least 3 major events, I think. It's fantastic, because a lot of open world games, you go somewhere, you do something, and then it's just done forever. Birds are great. Yep. Don't have much to add on to that, because there's not really birds around right now, because it's winter. There's plenty of moose, though. Anyway, here's probably the most obvious boss room in all the video games. I don't think I've seen one more obvious than this. I mean, other than ones that have like a fog wall in front of them, you know. Let's head into it. It looks like the stream's not doing too bad, actually. I'm surprised.
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out?
A bit of a hike.
It's not like Command to get a location wrong.
Sometimes feed the
Guess even they
birds.
get bad
So you have
intel
quite a
from
few
time to
around.
time, huh?
And you cats are a big fan of murder. I
wouldn't bet on that.
used to have cats when I was younger, but I never ended up getting more after they died because my younger sibling developed an allergy to it. Actually, I developed an allergy, and then I got better, and then they developed an allergy, and it was really bad.
Alert.
Anyway, now it's time for 2 giant excavator arms.
No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
I just charged straight into that. I was expecting them to sweep. That's my bad. And also, taking off these little chunks of the excavator, I don't think they actually do anything. Obviously, they change the hitbox a little bit, but because it's always spinning, I think it's mostly just there for player satisfaction. I want to have a spam dodge here to live. Luckily, that works in this game, as long as you're constantly being under threat by a hitbox like this. Okay, I might actually die there. Nope, I'm just burning through my healing, that's all. There we go. Hey, that's first phase done, I think. Right? Yeah, that's first phase. And now, here's the big twist. That big
Target
Goliath that we're
enemy
chasing.
detected.
was that building we were walking on just now. It's about to transform. I was about to say like a transformer, but it feels repetitive. But it really does remind me of a transformer. Specifically, what was it called? Devastator from, like, the Michael Bay movie. I think it was Dark of the Moon. It's been a long time since I watched those movies. Anyway, this guy's called Angels. That's what that little nonsense text translates to if you swap it with English characters. And he doesn't actually have much lore going on with him. I think the most notable thing is that his programming treats this whole thing like a video game, and every time he kills stuff he gets a score. He's also probably not especially intelligent. I mean, they have intelligence, but they certainly won't speak. So for all intents and purposes, they're just giant monster machines. As for why they're here, lots of lore we can get to later. In fact, I think they're going to tell us in the cutscene in about 10 minutes. Ah, and here's our friend 9S. He's returned. He's finished his tutorial. Or most of it, at least. He has a little bit more to do here. Luckily, we don't have to play through that right now.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy.
Right. I'll provide support.
Also, don't be intimidated by these ginormous waves of pink bubbles. They all get popped by my bullets and also by my regular attacks. So they're not actually a threat, even though a lot of enemies will do that. Welcome back. Go down quickly, please. I'd like to change my settings, and you are gatekeeping it. Man, I might actually run out of heals here. I don't think I've even said what the benefit of keeping my heals is. If you come back here later, it does remind me of the PD from Subnautica, specifically this from Subnautica 1. They did some... I don't know what they did with the second one, other than changing voice actor, but the effect they used was different. I wasn't much of a fan of it. Ah, here we are. Next cutscene. And here's the thing, in this universe, if you hack something, you can basically just do whatever you want with it, even if physics says no. So that's why you just turn those missiles around. Lore-wise, it's because there was, at one point, magic. It's not around anymore, presumably. But the androids use something very similar to magic when they fight. There's not actually a lot of lore about the magic in this game, because there's a 50-year period right at the beginning of the lore, between, I think, 2003 and 2053, where almost nothing is known. Can I get up here? There we go. And it's during that period that magic is sort of developed by humanity. One of my favorite little tidbits about that time period, though, is that the sun, how to say, the day-night cycle just completely stopped occurring. Earth became tidally locked in relation to the sun, sort of like the moon is in relation to the Earth. So one side, known as the Kingdom of Day, was always facing the sun. That's where we are. The other side, the Kingdom of Night, is always facing away from the sun. And we never, ever get to go to the Kingdom of Night. And the... Oh, what's happening with this ladder? Okay, well, that was weird. And the only things we do know about the Kingdom of Night is some occasional ominous lore about it. Like, apparently there's a bunch of giant metal dragons flying around. Don't know what's up with that.
9S,
Ah, here's our friend 9S. You have to defend him now. Yeah, the Kingdom of Night is a... I really, really want to have like a game set there. I mean, not just there. There's every gap in this universe is so interesting. I want like 5 more Nier games. Obviously, it's never going to happen. But at the very least, getting like being able to see Kingdom of Night one time would be nice.
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too...
I don't think they even mentioned the Kingdom of Night a single time in this game. If they do, it's in some obscure lore spot that I missed.
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in...
Oh, right, you know, I probably should mention the blindfolds they're wearing. Those aren't actually blindfolds. I don't think they ever explicitly say that, but they're visors.
Flight unit.
Like augmented reality goggles, basically. They're super thin,
Usage rights
so they can see through them.
from 9S to 2B.
And that's where presumably where our HUD comes from. Also, you can turn your HUD off. And actually it's beneficial if you turn it off. Obviously, it's not beneficial to the player, but in-game it boosts certain stats. But we'll see the combat, like the stat system later. It's really interesting. Kind of reminds me of Kid Icarus Uprising. Not that too many people played that game, or any Kid Icarus games. Anyways, here we are, final stretch of the tutorial. And then we'll be able to save the game and adjust our settings. I don't actually know what you do in this part, aside from hold the shoot button, because you can't use your laser right now for some reason. They take it away. You can't get close enough to melee either.
It talks? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
Oh, I didn't know that he talks here either.
2B. I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
Thank you, 9S.
2B. The control on the enemy's upper arm.
Oh, here's a scene that I remember very well. So some of you might be familiar with a game called Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. One of the things that make that game famous is its absurd tutorial, where the player character, Raiden, a cyborg, rips the arm off of a giant metal robot after suplexing it, and fights it using that giant metal arm.
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy.
Well, we're about to do
Marking weak point.
very much the same thing.
These is control system.
A bit less impressive, considering
Enemy subunit.
we have to use the big flight unit to do it, but it's still very cool nonetheless.
Complete.
How do I fight using it? There we go. Heavy attack. It's very slow to swing though. Oh, and there we go. I think that's the tutorial complete. Just gotta sit through the cutscenes now. Oh, I love these little flight units. They're so cool. I'm not one for collecting figures or anything, but I would certainly get a flight unit figure if I could. And there we go, our sword is gone. We'll have to come back for it later. Oh yeah, I got distracted last time. Let's see the heals. If I save the heals, I can pick them up later along with my sword that I just lost. It's a bit out of the way though, so most people miss it. Until the story brings them to it, which is very late in the game.
2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Aha, you thought there was just one giant robot? How about, I think, 3? Yeah, 3 of them.
Oh, great.
And here we're about to see one of the main moral conflicts that exist within the story.
I don't imagine that
It's going to take a second for it to happen, so I'll just be
this
quiet and
is
let it
going
play
to
out.
end well.
They do look like oil rigs. I mean, that's what they kind of are. They're big robots that sit out in the middle of the
Black
water,
box. It's ready.
disguising themselves as factories and whatnot.
Right.
Ah, the mysterious black box. I'm pretty sure their black box is also a recording piece of hardware, like it is in real
Destruction
life.
of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Tubi, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
And there they go, vaporized. A wonderful scene, wonderful scene. Now, where's that moral dilemma come in? Well, we're about to see it. This is actually one of the moments, the first moment in the anime that really caught my attention. Because here we are on the bunker in space. And we're about to get control of 2B, and we're going to be able to flail around however we want. Most players are going to run around aimlessly, not knowing what to do. But in the anime, this scene is 2B desperately running down the hallway. Not sprinting like this, where she sort of floats, but I'm not really sure how to describe it, but it's very much an emotional run as she's looking for 9S, as they've both been rebuilt.
So,
And then this scene plays out.
mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
9S,
Yeah?
thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
And that right there, that's the issue they have, or at least the issue that Night 2B has.
Glory to mankind.
It's a real shame that she doesn't get to communicate her frustration so much as just clenching her fists. But it's still very effective because up until this point she has been a very deadpan character, or very business oriented. We won't be using the online function. It doesn't add much. Oh, and we can save the game. Wonderful. How long did that take? In game. 35 minutes without a save point. Ooh, that would be rough if I did that on hard mode. I would have died many, many times. That probably would have taken 2 hours, in fact. I know that because that's what happened the first time I played this game.
12 AD.
Ah, the lore.
The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end. When the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon. 5204 AD. Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist
Oh, and here's another popular character right here. This is Commander White and the Operators.
for all. You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory
To mankind. Yep, ominous as always. Thank you, Council of Humanity. Oh, and here's our loading screen. Notably, it doesn't actually finish here, because we're about to finish it up manually. 2B, can you hear me? I'm starting your boot sequence. First, you want to check your brightness settings. I had to do his voice for a second, you'll see why in a second. Oh, there it is. You had to actually hit the button to turn your brightness up to get off of the loading screen. Go through each adjustment in order. Let's start by getting the brightness set. We're going to keep it a bit brighter than it would recommend, because this game isn't a horror game, and it doesn't utilize darkness to obscure stuff very much. There's only really one area where it does that, and it's very much an optional section. Okay, how does this look? Okay, roger that. Oh, and I should probably let you know, this entire process is being recorded for posterity. By the way, he's telling the truth there. It is actually being recorded. It seems your voice recognition is set to mute, which isn't going to work. I'm going to call out to you now, so make sure you can hear my voice. And just like we had to increase the volume, the brightness in order to get off the loading screen, we had to turn the volume up in order to hear him as he's talking to us. It's very cool. In fact, if we just sit here, he'll start getting very self-conscious and embarrassed.
This is getting embarrassing. Ma'am?
And it actually continues for quite a while from what I recall. We won't sit here embarrassing him for that long, though.
Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Alright, are we good now?
Yes, 9S, there's something very calming about your voice. I love making fun of you.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, that takes care of the settings. Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing. Wait a sec, we need to restore those.
And here is the ever-famous self-destruct button.
I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know.
Notably, we probably won't do it,
Okay.
but there is not achievement, but an ending if you just self-destruct immediately after finishing the settings. Because we're in a space station, so doing that would blow up the whole thing. So they just say, oh, you killed everyone, the end, and they speed through the credits at like 100 times speed.
Morning.
They do that a lot in this game, so we'll show it off in some of the more interesting instances. Can't find the voice actor for the commander. I can't think of her off the top of my mind. She doesn't show up in speaking roles too much in the game.
That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now
Or at
on.
least, like, she does in the main story, but the main story is,
We 9S
how to say?
are the best around, you know.
It's rather short.
Though
A lot
I
of the
suppose
content
we're
comes from the
not
side
exactly known for our
quests,
modesty.
which are really, really good in this game. From what I remember, at least
9S.
60% of the side quests are worthwhile from a story perspective, because they all give you some really nice world building or characterizations.
All right, if you say so.
Yep, and remind him not to call you ma'am.
I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We better go see what's up, man. 2B.
Oh, she wanted to remain anonymous. I did not know that. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, I think this is a shop here. I don't think we need it right now. Actually, we probably should. Oh, right, I can show you the unique stat system. If we look in here, where is it? Is it in Intel? No, where is it? Where is it? It's one of these. Not Intel. Ah, the plug-in chips. This is a really, really interesting system. So, we are an Android. Most of our, and we are also a very top-of-the-line Android. So most of the things that we can improve are going to be software-based. And so if we go into here, hold on, we can see we have a bunch of little plug-in chips. These things do exactly what they say. This one lets me have an HP gauge. This one lets me have a little cooldown meter for my laser, and so on and so forth. And you can see they pop up big on the bar in the middle. That's because I can just, let's see, I can just remove them, just like that. And then I can slot in something that boosts my damage or something. So taking off all of this stuff is actually quite beneficial. Can't take off this one though, that one kills you. Let's see, what do I want in this playthrough? Obviously I can change it at any time, but some of these just aren't useful. I don't need to see that. I need my HP and the enemy's HP. We'll keep the mini-map and the objective since I'm not entirely certain on what the map is like. It's been a while. Text log is nice. Take the save points off, I think. Actually, I should keep that on until I find the save points. Because I think this tells me where they are before I discovered them. And I'll keep auto hide on for the sake of Dream looking nice. And I think there's a button that auto sorts them as well. Right? So that I don't have to... I don't actually remember how to sort them. Well, it's fine. We'll do that later, whenever we're trying to equip stuff. Oh, there it is. Optimize. And then the other interesting thing is their weapons. We can see all the weapons have a weapon story. You unlock one level of the story every time you upgrade it. And upgrading them is very tedious. So, once we get to playthrough B, I'll go through all the weapons we found, and I'll read out their weapon stories in full without upgrading them. I'm not going to sit there and do that, by the way. I'm going to be doing that while we walk around. Because I'll be able to mostly walk around without paying attention when we get to that point. But some of them are very, very interesting. Even if they're not especially relevant to the lore.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Thank you, 9S. I will do that. Even though I did just save a few seconds ago, or like a minute or so. Oh, it was actually 10 minutes ago. Okay, well that was a good idea then. And we can head in here to the control room, where all of our operators are. I think 9S and 2B's operator are up there, on the wing. We'll get to talk to them plenty later, though, so we won't bother them now. Hello, Commander.
Ah, 2B. Maintenance finished?
Yes, Commander.
You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky.
I don't recall if she's ever referred to as Commander White in-game. I think it's only in the credits.
I know you're fresh
In the
out of
anime.
maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well.
Understood.
Also, a bit of an interesting thing for the replicant players. So in that cutscene just a minute ago, they talked about the Council of Humanity.
The surface?
Oh,
That means
what do you have to say,
we need
9S?
flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
Alright. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying something.
Ahead. Let's go.
Oh, right. The replicant players in the Council of Humanity. So, in the, in that little video we got from the Council of Humanity just now, about how humanity was attacked in 5,400 something, replicant players already know that's a complete lie. Or not complete lie, there are aliens. Not that replicant players would know that. But humanity was certainly not attacked during that specific year. Because there was some other very important stuff going on, which we can talk about later. Because I do want to keep some of the mystery in this game.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scan
Ooh,
our
I can
models
shoot
are
freely.
built for that kind of thing.
Oh, and my laser is a giant missile field. Forgot about that.
All right.
Now we get to make our way down to the main play area, where we're going to be spending 90% of the game.
I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Ah, flashbang. Ah, our beautiful repeating city texture below us. Doesn't actually show off its repeating nature very obviously at all, because we're constantly changing camera angles during this. In fact, I'm tempted to say it's not repeating if it wasn't for the fact that I just saw a repeat mark right there. Anyway, I don't remember how long the descent is. It shouldn't be too long. Oh, I forgot they could do that. I might die here. I died. Well, that was quick. Hey, does this qualify as an ending? No, it doesn't. Okay. I was wondering if we're going to get a joke ending for dying too early there. A few of those exist. But not here. Oh, and they throw us straight back into this. How convenient.
Hey, 2B.
I don't remember them
Why do you
being,
think
being
we
so
sent a
nice with
combat
the
model like you to a
save
recon
points like
job?
that in the rest of the
All they want is
game.
intel. We scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
Alright, alright.
But I suppose they didn't want to bother with loading in the entire bunker again. It's not like we go back there too many times. I mean, you can actually go back there a lot if you want to.
You're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
And that's where they tell me about the missile barrage. Dark purple orbs can only be opened by the sword. Okay, I'm getting a hang of this. Hopefully I won't immediately kill myself again by flying into the Beyblade. Oh, I really should have bought some of those heals, shouldn't I? I forgot about that until just a second ago. What was the button for it? Because they took my auto healing away when you blow up at the end of the tutorial. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to survive with very little HP for a second. We'll be fine though. There we go.
Bunker 2B, come in.
Let's see. Is that the healing button? That's not it.
You'll be touching down quite a ways from the
That's not
resistance
it.
camp, unfortunately.
What was it?
Trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Oh, why'd they make it so difficult to figure out?
Good luck down there.
Okay, well hopefully I can figure out once I land. Because until then we're gonna have to deal with the black and white screen. Here we are on the roof. Let's see, that's not it. Oh, I can't heal because I don't have heals. I didn't buy any. Right. That's the issue. Okay, we're gonna have to find some heals somewhere around here. Oh, that's a shame. We're gonna have to go this whole starting area with a glitchy screen. Until I can find some heals at least. This is entirely my bad. And I can't open that chest right now. Alright, Pod, we're going to go on a bit of an adventure. Ah, okay, we can see in color for the cutscene. That's nice, that's nice. Anyway, here we are. City Ruins. Has one of the most famous soundtracks in the game playing in it constantly. And I promise it looks a lot better whenever I'm not on the verge of death. Also, it's a bit of a navigation check here. I wouldn't call it that ordinarily, but I did once see someone fail to navigate through here. Oh, hold on. We've got a bot. You probably can't see that. Bonk. But yeah, I saw someone once get trapped in this little square you start in because they couldn't walk straight from the starting position to the objective. It was rather embarrassing for them. Lots of secondhand embarrassment from me. And I realized that some people just have no navigation skills at all. Let's see, there's a save point over here. I should be able to heal, assuming I don't get killed in the attempt to do this. There we go. Save point opened. Quick save. Is this gonna heal me? No, it's not. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this.
That's unfortunate.
Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good.
In real life, you have zero navigation skills. Got lost in you with a map.
Get in your way.
But you're a decent game. I ain't no shame about getting lost in the zoo. I mean, I've lived in this one area for a really long time, and I still get lost in the zoo here, even though it's not especially big. Also, that map he was talking about being low res is this thing on the map screen. That is actually an accurate map. It's just very, very hard to use. Now, where am I going to find some... I think I might just have to run straight towards the objective without without stopping by anywhere, because I need to fix my screen. I will say though, even though I'm complaining about it, I really do like all the effects they put on your screen in this game to show that you're an android. Very, very late in the game, there's a very underused mechanic where there are enemies with built-in EMPs, and if you get hit with the blasts, it has all sorts of visual effects it can apply to you. It can make everything kind of low res. It can like put a VCR filter on it. It's really cool. You have the option not to use a map, you try not to. Oh yeah, I love doing that. I think that's actually a recent thing I came across, because a game I really like is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that game, I was glued to the map the whole time. I ran straight from place to place, climbing over mountains, and that was fun in its own way. But whenever Tears of the Kingdom rolled around, I just didn't use the map at all, and instead I just used the roads and road signs to get around. I thought it was a lot better. All the shops are closed right now until I do this NPC tutorial.
Number 2.
You know about 2B?
Yes, well, Bunker told me to expect.
Number 2.
My name is Anemone.
That's an interesting thing for people who are familiar with Yokotaro's work,
You must be the new
because they'll explain it later in game.
I'm sure my people
But number 2
have information for you.
is a name relevant to the stage play, which acts as a prequel to this game. Let's see, we can go open up all the shops now and we can heal. That would be nice. Oh, well in Silksong, the compass, you sort of give you the free slot for it. So I never took it off. But on a replay playthrough, I certainly wouldn't use it. I've talked about it. Oh, I probably should be reading this. You know it. Every item here is handcrafted from abandoned parts and stuff plundered from enemy corpses. So then, it's a business. What can I get you? Healing, please. Healing, please. Be a replete for Silksong, if and when that happens. Probably won't use the compass too much, because, how to say? What's a sachet? Oh, I need that. Because it has a very linear design. I mean, obviously, like, if you look at it, it's not linear, but the way you progress is rather linear. Do you sell plug-in chips? You mean those little doodads that serve as power-ups for your body? Afraid not. I'd love to sell plug-in chips, but I don't have the necessary raw materials. Now, if I happen to get those raw materials, I bet we could do business. But until then... Say, now here's an idea. What if you got the materials for me? I've got this bum leg, see? Can't really get around myself. Can't you just repair your own leg? You work in the supply trade, after all. If only. Unfortunately, all of our parts are dedicated to the war effort. Can't spare any for myself. Personally, I'm hoping to wipe out those machines so I can start dancing again. Until then, will you look for what I need? Alright. Ah, thanks a million. Okay, so I need 1 broken key, 1 small gear, and 1 broken circuit. You can smash up a few small machines to find them. You can obtain them from enemies at the big open area towards the left when you exit the camp. There we go, first side quest. That is one of the ones that we will be doing, though. Because that is very important for us. Now, let's see. Oh, wonderful, my screen is full of color. I love it. Also, the lyrics are present in the song when we're here, which is nice. And something I never really noticed is that this camp is actually full of useful stuff for the war. We never see anyone use a gun or one of these rocket launchers in-game. But it makes sense for them to be there, because the androids here are not the super strength variant that we are. I mean, this guy is a bit stronger than the rest. I think that comes up in his side quest later. But that still doesn't mean he's going to be like throwing giant robot arms around. And something I really love about this having played this game before, is that every single area in this camp, every single NPC, I've done a side quest for them all. So I kind of feel like I know them all. And I feel like I know the functions of every area. Like over here. I mean, under ordinary circumstances, there's no reason that anyone would ever walk back here. But you do actually end up here back in one part of the story. Also, I find this little tray interesting. Why do androids need this? I mean, obviously, like, it's probably lubricant or something. Or sealant. But it is interesting to think about. At the very least, the Yorha androids, which are the ones that we play as, only need water to function, to my knowledge. Oh, does maintenance shop owner not need to... You don't need to talk to them for the side quests. Okay, you can just immediately buy stuff off of them? Oh, right. Right, this is where we buy those extra chip slots. It's very expensive. We'll come back for that later. But notably, all these, what's it called? All these pod programs here, which are the replacements for the giant laser, are variations of the magic that exists in Replicant. And on my first playthrough, I didn't really use them all that much. I mostly just used Blade, because this one is by far the most powerful. But after going and playing Replicant, after I beat this game, I found that the other abilities are also really, really strong. And I know that's because Replicant's magic is, at least in the remake, well, I guess in both versions, really powerful, at least compared to your melee attacks. But I would like to try these other ones, because the way they scale these in this game, instead of just giving you upgrades as you progress the story, is that these little pods that cast the attacks, you can get up to 3 of them, and having all 3 of them attack at once just powers it up. Or just having 2 of them attack at once. So I'd like to see what those are like, because that'd be something new for me. Let's see, this lady is just tutorial stuff, if you talk to her. Hey, you're with Yorha, right? My mask? It's an electromagnetic wave shielding device. I wear it to limit unnecessary information from the world. Huh, just kidding. So, what do you want? Are you worried about something or whatever? Yep, just just some meta tutorial stuff. Also notably, Yoko Taro, the developer, wears a big head like this in real life when he goes around for, like, interviews and stuff. It's a bit different, because it's based on a different character, but we'll see that character later. And I think this guy's the weapon trader. Oh, yeah, weapon trader. Oh, you must be with Yorha. I hear about what happened. I deal in weapons, if you're interested in that type of thing. What kind of weapons? Basically, I rebuild and repair relics from the old world. Although, to be honest, my tools are in a pretty sad shape at the moment. But if I can get the servicing device and that toolbox up and running, I can start fixing and selling weapons again. Take a look at it, will you? Alright, here's the other side quest we need to do. Now, it looks busted alright. You know it. And as I bet you can tell, I'm no good at that sort of delicate repair. Oh, hold on. I wish you could have a master remove all the unnecessary things. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I need to drink some water. I tried to clear my throat just now. It did not work. Actually, one of the funny things about the Yoko Taro mask is that it's actually different than the character it's based on. It has a big crack along it with big cartoony staples putting it together. And apparently that wasn't part of the plan. They accidentally left it somewhere and it got broken. So they just fixed it and decided to use it like that instead. He's a very strange man. Anyway, let's pick up this side quest. You mean it? That'd be a huge help. Looks like the servicing device is shorted out. Must have put too much load on it. I'm thinking 4 complex gadgets will be enough to fix it. Any ideas where I can find complex gadgets? Folks say you can find them over in the city ruins. Although I also hear that place is crawling with incredibly aggressive machines. And there we go. There's our side quest. Oh, we actually have to do those 2 in order to progress. Let's pick up this save point. And then we can head out. And I can just... We probably won't be doing the main story right now. So we'll probably just smash up the machines to get those items. And then I'll just run around the city showing stuff off. Because we're not going to be here for a especially long time today. Because I do have things to do. unfortunately. Anyway, yep, here we are. We're transitioning into the city.
This must have been quite a city once
Music.
upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
And as we can see, it's populated by these little friendly robots.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled
Hello,
contact.
operator.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really.
Oh,
I
2B.
just
So
figured it
cold.
might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway,
Can I get
talk
through
to you
here?
later.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our operator. We're going to be having occasional conversations with her, and she's very pleasant. I like her.
I'm picking up hostile machine life
So is
forms.
9S's operator, but we won't get to see her until much later. Oh, wait, I don't have my big sword anymore. I was trying to do my big attacks. I completely forgot, even though I just said that I lost my big sword in the tutorial. So I just started kicking the robots for no reason. I mean, it still does good damage, but it's not great. Anyway, this place has some wonderful music. I love it. I'm going to say that about every track in this game. I know I already said that, but I'm going to keep re-emphasizing that. Because they are all good.
Let's get these back to the trader.
Anyways, big city, overgrown with plants. One of my favorite type of environments in video games and stories in general. I recall there was one, what was it? I think it was like the animated Godzilla trilogy on Netflix.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area.
Now, it's not especially great, but I did like the one shot they had of the overgrown city.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
Not huge. Oh, yeah, that's a reference to Replicant. There's a huge boar there. I didn't actually get that the first time around. But there are big moose around. Anyway, time to smash up the friendly little robots. We'll talk about why they're friendly later. Or rather, 9S and 2B will. Oh, and my lock-on is gone. I guess that was a chip. Okay. I did not expect that. Okay, I need to pick up these items for the quests. There we go. Unrequired. 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 Is there any more I needed? The area's still red, so I assume I need to kill those other two. Okay, no, I don't need to kill the other two.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for.
Anyway, let's run around for a little bit. I don't think they're going to let me go to the other areas right now,
Those chores are a real pain in the butt.
but I like to show it off.
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves.
That's
So
right, 9S, stop
I
complaining.
don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so interesting seeing these areas so empty. Because all the side quest people aren't spawned in yet. Actually, it looks like there is one spawned in on the mini-map. The little red and black circle. Actually, that's a save point. I need to go unlock that. I can see the little enemies around it. Because the sooner I can unlock all the save points, the sooner I can take off the save point detector on my slots.
Eliminate enemies in vicinity and restore access point immediately.
Oh, am I still in combat? No, I'm not. Map information unlocked. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now then, over here we're going to see, around this corner, is one of the first areas where you can split off to a new area. That is the transition to the desert biome. Just through those two buildings. We can't actually go, we can't go through there. But we can't go especially far, because it's blocked off by a big barricade that the Resistance has put up. And we'll need them to open it for us. Up here, if we can manage to do this roof jump right now, I don't know if we will be able to. I don't remember how to do platforming in this game very well. Oh. Camera is being a bit finicky. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. This roof right here is one that we will be visiting a ton in this game. Not because there's anything important up here in story-wise, but because there's a side quest up here that you had to come back to over and over and over, and I do intend to do that one to completion, because it's one of the more interesting ones. Let's see if we can do this bit of... Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to get the platforming back in mind. I don't remember how to do the long jump yet, though. Let's see, can I find any other areas right now, or are they all blocked off? I think they're mostly blocked off. Ooh, that building was not loaded in properly. Oh, over here. Yep, so we don't actually go to this area too much. I think we only come to it for one part of the story, this little plateau. But across that bridge is a shopping mall. Reminds you of Stray. I didn't play Stray myself, but yeah, it's a very, very calm, pretty game whenever you're not in the action. But yeah, the shopping mall's closed off right now. We need to help. Oh, you know, I just realized most of the areas are closed off because we need a character to blow up a wall somewhere. I didn't realize how all of the areas are blocked up with the same method. For instance, this is a one-way door that we can only, as in we can only open it from the other side. We can go through both ways. We can't fit through those gaps, unfortunately. But if you go through the shopping mall, it will eventually loop all the way back around to here. And we'll be in that area a lot. And I don't think we can actually access any of the other areas right now. Because the only other area accessible straight from the city ruins at this moment is through a manhole cover, which is probably just going to be shut off. Will we be able to do the manhole cover section today? I hope so. I don't actually remember where it is, but it's one of my favorite ones in the game. It's not actually in a sewer. It's through the sewer. Also, when I played the game the first time, I went through and I 100% completed it. At least in terms of the achievements, because I enjoyed it that much. But there was actually one thing that always bothered me. You see, you don't actually have to get 100% of the things in game. There's a few things that don't count. And one of those is this, right here. You can fish with a pod. It's silly looking, but it's enjoyable for a little bit. And you need to get about 80% of the fish in the game to get the achievement for it. And those last 20% all have about a 1% catch rate. And I just couldn't do it. It was so miserable, because there's no audio cue, really. You have to watch the pod, because there's 3 different cues for catching something. And you need to see, I think, 2 of them occur to pull it in. Also, that fish was not invisible. It was just so small that it was blending in with the lure. So we'll turn in those quests, and if it sends us to the desert quest, I think we will end it here, even though that's really short. But if it sends us to the sewer quest, we'll do that right now. I think this should be enough to fix your broken device. Well, how do you like that? Looks like I'm back in business. Good to hear. You know it. I make these weapons to keep my friends safe, after all. Although sometimes I wonder, what if my weapons are just making my friends die all the faster? Ah, never mind. Forget I said anything. Anyway, come back in a little while, alright? I should have some new gear for you by then. Is that available immediately, or do I have to finish the main quest first? Hi, it's you! Oh, I almost forgot. I still owe you a reward. I wanted to say thanks for helping me get things up and running again, so I whipped up some upgrade materials for you. Oh, nice. How nice. Want to try them out? Of course. Let's see. We need to immediately buy a weapon, because I lost my big sword and I need a new one. 2 of these are little swords, I think. Yeah, those are little ones. So we'll buy the big one, and then we can upgrade. We'll equip it here. There we go, the Beast Lord. I remember the Beast weapons having an interesting weapon story. Let's see, can I upgrade? No, don't have enough money. That's fine. But he gave us exactly enough to upgrade our base weapon, which is nice, because the base weapon's really, really powerful in this game. At least 2B's is. 9S is kind of trash. Hey, so where do you get these older weapon models from? Oh, the lady who owns this place sends him over every once in a while. Her name's Accord, and she's the proprietor of this here business. I just tend to customers and keep all the repair devices humming. I only see her every few years, to be honest. She mostly uses delivery drones to drop things off. I don't know where she gets this stuff, but most of it's in pretty good condition. Say, if you ever happen to run into her, say hello for me, alright? You can upgrade the weapons you buy here. Okay, now, I'm going to skip to that rest of the dialogue. But that little exchange there is a bit of an interesting one, because Accord is a figure that comes up not only in the Nier Replicant game, but also in the Drakengard games, which is itself a prequel to Nier Replicant. Now, I haven't played Drakengard myself, and I will not do it on stream, because it is apparently an extraordinarily miserable experience that I will be doing exclusively for the lore. But Accord, to my knowledge, is sort of like a interdimensional traveler who just shows up with her shop everywhere, which is why we have these weapons that some of them go as far back as Drakengard, but a lot of them just go back to Nier Replicant. Also, apparently she's been to the Kingdom of Night, which is interesting, because that's one of the only times that it's mentioned. Anyway, hello, supply trader. Hey, you found the materials. That's great. Now I can start upgrading and crafting items for you. I imagine you can spare a few of these supplies to fix your leg. Yeah, no. Why don't you tell us what's really going on? See, it's my left leg that's all busted up, and my left leg is the one that's fully original. I've repaired this old body of mine 100 times over during the war. I've swapped parts in and out so many times I can't even keep track. But this leg, this left leg, it's never been touched. So if I go and replace that, what happens? I mean, would I even be me anymore, or would I just... Anyway, it's my own problem. Didn't mean to trouble you with it. I should be getting more inventory soon, so swing by when you can. Ah, and there we are. One of the little insights into the suffering of the androids, who live effectively forever. I mean, he will die if I, like, blow his head off. But if 2B or 9S get killed, they just get sent back to the bunker, where they're... Or at least those little bunker box over here that can rebuild their body. We'll get a lot more into the existential grief that all the androids have later in the game, though. Anyway, hello, an enemy. I almost called you the wrong name. Oh, hey, I actually have a request for you as well. There have been lots of reports of dangerous machines appearing in the desert recently. Oh, it is the desert. This is very unusual, so it may be indicative of something bigger. Now, I hear you Yorha types are pretty good at examining things. You think you can look in this whole mess for me? Of course. Thanks, I knew I could count on you. I'll tell our allies in the desert that you're coming. Be careful out there, okay? Alright, well, I said I wasn't going to do the desert, and I'm going to stand by that, because this desert is where the story really kicks off. I know, very early on, and I love the game for that. I do just wish they had side quests available before then.
Pod 042 to operator.
But we'll go here to do some dialogue first.
For location specified by resistance leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Yep, you got it. I don't think I'll actually need that many heals. But we can walk over there and get the save point at the very least, because I want to play this game as much as I can. It's just that I want to keep the big moments, like the desert, as a part of a big, long chain. Oh! Oh, actually, hold on. We can go get our sword, right now. I forgot about that. Let's go do that right now. Because if we go up this bridge, which most people just run past, we can get back over to the factory, and my sword is stuck in the ground over there. Oh, I completely forget about this. I mean, I guess everyone does. That's why no one gets their sword until super late in the game. Oh, is the city music going to cut off here? It probably is. Oh, this is just making me want to listen to the Nier soundtrack on my own time. Which I will do. But I do wish it played more in-game right now. Now, where's the stairs? Not there. Where is the stairs? Oh, I think it's up here around the corner. Ah, there's the save point. Wonderful. And as a bit of convenience, these save points, the enemies guarding them never level up. So even super late in the game, they'll always be level 1. Not that you'll be hurting for save points late in the game. But you know, if you missed one, it's still convenient. Where's that? Ah, my stuff! Yes, I would like that back. Thank you, thank you. My sword. Virtuous Treaty acquired. And my corpse, which had all my chips on it. And my many healing items that I did not use. Oh wow, you actually had a lot of stuff on me during the tutorial. Dang. Oh, it's still going. Okay, it's over. They are very generous with the items in the tutorial, huh? I guess they're really just not expecting you to come get them. Oh, you know, I can immediately put my big sword back on, too. Oh, this has been very wonderful. There we go. Put it back on. Thank you. Thank you. Saying thank you to the game even though it can't respond. Though, I do always do that. Anyways, I'm very excited to do this later in this week. And I should just go ahead, since I didn't make an ending screen, I'm not going to, like, dwell on the game. Actually, I will, because I want to listen to the music. Later this week, whenever we do streaming again, we're going to do one more Nier stream this week, which is going to be going through a big batch of the main story for this game, starting with the desert. It is just polite, yeah. That's why I always say thank you to my friend the Bell Beast when I pass him. Yeah, after we do the Nier stream, probably on Thursday or Friday, depending on your time zone, we'll do the Kirby Air Ride demo, which I missed last week, and then we'll get back to Silk Song. I don't know. I might grind for beads off stream. I mean, I don't think I will, because I'm not really in demand for those. But if I do, don't be too surprised. Anyway, we're gonna get to hear the desert music before we stop. Also, notable thing, as you might have noticed it so far, is that 2B is wearing heels. They are not helpful to her. In fact, they are quite detrimental. You might have noticed she tripped in several bushes so far. She is also going to trip in the sand a lot if I ever, like, make a mistake in my inputs. Or if I just try and sprint on a weird bit of terrain. Now let's see here. How do I actually trigger her tripping in the sand? I forget. Oh, well, she kind of just did it then. Let's see, can we get desert music before we end? Or is this going to be dialogue?
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our struggle against the machine life forms is at a stalemate.
Oh, the tower robots. Oh, I love them. I forgot about them. Yeah, high heels are miserable. I mean, in the case of 2B and the other Yorha androids, it's because they're just that good, and they can do it, and also Yoko Taro wants them to wear heels. So I can kind of understand that. But yeah, it is weird that it shows up often. I will say one particular instance that I do appreciate is in Uma Musume, I believe, which is the horse girl game, is because they wear heels because it imitates the image shape of real-life horse feet. Also, notice the red eyes here. This guy is, in fact, trying to kill me right now. He is simply incapable. I think even in their little bestiary entry, actually, I think I can get it right now. Hold on. Can I get it? It should show up. Unit data. Standard machines. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Created by stacking the bodies of multiple small stubbies. This sluggish machine lumbers ever northward and performs no proper attack. One is left to wonder why it even exists at all. Yep, these are wonderful little creatures. Oh, the pod's attacking. Okay, well, never mind, 9S is attacking. Well, I just sort of let them be normally. Because I find them to be very, very cute. And they can't actually hurt you at all. Unless they have a gun on them when they spawn. But as you can see, they usually don't. Oh, can these ones actually walk? Oh, they were walking a second ago, but I guess they're just going to stare at me menacingly. They probably think they have guns. Anyway, it seems that we're not going to get the desert music right now. We're just going to get the... I mean, we are kind of getting it, but this game has dynamic music. So, like, right now, it's just going to be very quiet in the background, no vocals. And then I think we had to get a decent way through the desert area before it actually triggers. So for now, we'll talk to our friend Jackass here. That's her name. She gave it to herself. And we're going to blow up that wall, and then I think we're going to quit.
Our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert.
You play a bit of a bigger role in the anime.
That entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jack Ass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Hmm? Oh, that? Well...
They also give her a bit more personality in the anime, since her showing up there is... I mean, I guess everything in the anime is part of the main story. Even the side story stuff. But here that's about the extent of her involvement, unless you seek her out in the side quests. And her side quest is very interesting, if a bit difficult to do, and easy to miss. Is there a save point through here?
It's a sealed gate with explosives. There's gotta be an easier way, right?
No. I got it. I'm staring at it, and I can hear the call of the gameplay. It wants me to go out there, but I can't. If I go out there, I'm not going to come back. I'm going to be out there for like 3 hours. Because the game just keeps going. And I won't be able to pull myself away from it. So, with that being said, once again, continuing the stream of short streams, thank you all for tuning in. This has been Seeker Scuffed. Here's my beautiful starting screen. And I am signing off. Goodbye.